What's up, guys? This is Last Chance speaking, and today we're going to be looking at what the hell? Hell, you're not seeing things, my friend. And today we're going to be looking at the Good Smile Company, Nendoroid, Puella Magi, Madoka Magica, Madoka Kaname, and her Magical Girl outfit. Now I know what you're going to say. Chance, what the hell and why the hell? And to answer that question, Sheen, we must talk about what you see here. You see this thing, the hood noise that I made during a video talking about the show. I'm gonna have to deal with the fire alarm real quick. I made a review on the show, and I think I mentioned in that review that I might be looking at some figures from Madoka Magica. Well, that day has finally came, and I finally crushed my stuff. Whatever. I should mention, this is not the smallest thing that I reviewed on this channel. I mean, I still have this thing, which, Jesus, they're perfect size. I also still have my my SDs kits as well. So this is kind of like an SD kit in the way that it's very small and it's very chibi. Unlike Iron Factory's Cliff Jumper, where this was just a downscaled version of Cliff Jumper, this is more aligned with what I have here of my Optimus Prime Rubik's Cube right here on my desk. Yes, this thing is an Optimus Prime Rubik's Cube, and I do like this thing. My best way to describe this for people that don't know what I'm talking about, you know those Funko Pops that the Funko people make, those pop vinyl figurines? Think of it as this. That's the best I could say. Anyway, with that out of the way, the painting and the sculpting of this thing is really, really great. I'm not saying that in a weird way. I just like the look of Madoka Kaname. I just like the look of her Magical Girl outfit. It seems a little pink and frilly and something that you expect out of a Magical Girl show. Which the show is not your typical Magical Girl show. Oh my god, I need deep end therapy after that show. But I do like the look somewhat in a way that it's okay. Not really the biggest fan of the look. It does come off as why, but whatever. It's my channel. Anyway, I do like the look of this thing. We're gonna get down to some of the most some good details. Like I like the outfit. It's very very. Can I say cute without being called a freaking creep? I'm gonna say cute. It's kind of cute. The frilliness. There is no easy way tiptoeing around this. It's weird. Anyway, what does the script say here? I just have a lot of things that just mentioned the color, which is pink. It's pink. But there is some white variations on here, and the back, if you could kind of tell, there's a little heart there if you cannot see, which is kind of cool, and a lot of ribbons, which I forgot to put on my notes for the script. Did not mention that this thing has some ribbons all over her, which is kind of cool. The head sculpt is really great. I like the look of the head sculpt. It basically shows off her sweetness and such, and the pigtails are kind of off. The ribbons have more significance in the show than actually you think, and yeah. Christ almighty, there's not that much I could talk about the show. Oh, yes, her, Jesus Christ. There we go. Removal of head. That would have been better for her mommy, but no. Right there, right above there is something in a maroon like color. That, my friend, is that soul gem right there. That is the soul gem of Madoka. And that is a nice looking soul gem. I wish that there was some gold on there instead of it just being just that lightish pink color. Besides that, that's pretty cool. Alright, since I removed her head, let's talk about some of her accessories. So now we gotta go back and rip off her head again. Wish there was a more efficient way of removing her head instead of changing the faces besides that. So, here's the head of Madoka. So we just come in here, there's a little seam here, get your nail in there if you have nails, and just pry. Alright, that's disturbing. Rip this off. Now you can just remove her hair. And this is Madoka's traditional face I'm gonna call this her traditional face. It's her happiness and such, and it looks an awful lot like the poster and the manga art. You even got a little bit of blush in there, and there ain't that cool. Well, all right, so you got this face here. You got an action face, which is pretty cool. Cool, and we're just gonna put that back on her. Nah, shit. Uh-oh, her hands came off. Well, I guess that's a good transition. Here, oh, mine has a little bit of an issue with the neck for some strange reason. Where it won't. There we go. There. Alright, well, since her hand came off, let's talk about her different hands. She comes with two different sets of hands. She comes with these two hands here. And what are these two hands used for? Well, they are used to hold a bow. Yeah, this is a bow. Yeah, hard to believe this thing's a bow. And an arrow. Now, this is an arrow. Now, this is what an arrow looks like. And to get Madoka to hold this bow and arrow, we need to give her this new arm. So, I'll talk about the articulation later, but the reason why I have this and another accessory, which will come into play later, is basically kind of a downside of a Nendoroid. So we just need to remove our arms real quick. So this hand here, we need to switch out this normal hand. I'm going to call it a normal hand. It's too weirdly. It's like a jazz hand. And we replace it with this bow holding hand, which there's a little hole right there. Peg right there. And we just shove that in there. And boom, she has herself her bow. Now she's holding the bow. That's cool. And it stays in there too. And then for this arm, we need to take off the sleeve and put in this new arm, which is bent. Then we take the new hand, plug that in there. There's a hole in there. There, little peg. We just plug that in there if it will fit. Does it fit? Come on. And then boom, we take the arm, plug that back in like so. And oh shoot, I am. And here you have Madoka with her bow and arrow, which is really cool. And of course, you can put these things off to the side. Another thing that she comes with is a bent knee, which is something she does a lot. And to remove that, and to get her there with her bent knee, which I will get into one of the poses right now, actually. So on the actual poster, it has Madoka with her knee bent and her arms out like so. So we're pretty much already there. So all we gotta do is remove her bow hand, and we also need to remove her head real quick. Remove this, take this face out, the angry face. We put back on the smiling face. Or the happy face. I'm gonna call it the happy face. No, it sounds weird. Remove the arm like so. Take these, put them off to the side. We come here, take the hands, put those off to the side. Take the left hand here, put that there like so. So we come here, take the leg, remove the leg. I think it's the fucking core. Remove. Joints get stuck in this figure for some strange reason. Replace that with this. Back in. Then you take. Oh, also, before we continue on with this, you come with this thing. I die. If you don't know why I'm mad, watch the show. You'll hate him. Hate him too. Anyway, you just remove the body and the tail from this thing. Then you plug the tail up the thing's keister. Come on. Plug in. I hate you. Put the head back into place. The hand. I don't get why he exists. Why is this a thing? Why is he? Why is he, she? That's debatable whether or not this thing's a he or she. All right, then. Take this, plug onto arm like so. Decapitate the thing's falling apart on me. Thank you very much. Oh boy. Okay. There we go. Arm. Hand. There. These little rings. I hate this thing. I hate him. I hate this. There. There. Okay. Here. So basically, neck joint. Okay. So basically, you could just basically have. If I could get the neck joint to go in. Okay. Give me a few minutes with this. Come on. There we go. Camera adds 10 pounds of BS. Forget your tail. And the hand. And the... Basically, you can basically have this little piece of trash on her arms. Not very special. And I hate this guy. If you don't know who this character is that I do not like and kind of made this a difficult process, it says here. Basically, age short terms, if you ignore the big old peg, which I might chop off, you kind of got her in this little, like, happy thing, which is what majority Madoka is like in the show. I don't like this guy. I hate him. I don't like this character whatsoever. I hate Kyubey. And that's the character's name. This little cat thing, Kyubey. I hate Kyubey's existence. His existence is pointless in the show. So he's just trash. I might go in the trash too. I hate him. I might chop off that peg because I like her like this because it's kind of cool and kind of a little bit almost like the manga cover. But anyway, one more last thing that we gotta do, and that is something that a lot of people kind of don't know about, which is kind of stupid. So before we do that, we are just going to remove the... Yep, as usual. Put back on her normal leg. We give her back her normal arms. I'm definitely might chop off that that peg. Hey, I don't see it being needed really. And actually, it could be. Actually, no, it won't be useful to me if I chop it off because now I can't have Kyubey on her arm. But then again, I don't care for Kyubey because Kyubey kind of sucked in the show. The voice actress, no, she did not. She was great. Alright, one last accessory that we gotta talk about before we get to the articulation. Shan, I know, very stressful, but we're gonna make it through. She comes with two extra pair of ribbons, that are not those. So she comes with 2 extra ribbons, and she comes with another face, which is this. Now, when I watched a few reviews for this figure, not many people got what this was. A lot of people like, oh, honestly, I don't know what this is. This is kind of creepy. This is something. Could somebody tell me what this is in the comments below? And a lot of reviews are just like, I don't know what this is. I don't think this was ever brought up or anything. And for those of you that don't know, apparently I'm the only one that does. This is a reference to the show in a weird sense of referencing the show. So, from what I remembered, I forget which episode it was. I think it was episode 2 or episode 3. Madoka drew a picture of herself in her magical girl outfit, which is this. She basically designed it herself, and this was the face that she gave herself, which is kind of cool. So that means if you want to, you could take Madoka's head and give her the drawing face. That's kind of cool. Now the look is not complete unless you give her these ribbons here. And how to give her the ribbons is simple. You come here, you remove her little ponytails or pigtails, whatever you call them, and you take a ribbon. And I like to have the ribbons swing to the back. It looks cooler, in my opinion. But hey, have it ever you want. And then you just you just take the ribbon, plug it in there, take the little thing. There's a hole, and you plug that in there. And try not to hurt yourself, because these little pigtails are sharp. And they hurt. Also, the stand is plugged into her back, which is somewhat a pain to keep in sometimes. Sometimes it is, sometimes it's not. So you got one side done, on other ribbon. And it's simple as that. Just plug that in. Yeah, this is why I need an editor. So, boom. Plug the ribbons in here. Plug the head on to the body. And here you have Madoka as the drawing version of herself. Plug the hand back in. And that's actually kind of cool, but also kind of sad, too. In a way. A lot of this figure is kind of like, that's cool, but also very sad. Because we don't see Madoka like this at all in the show until, like, the mere ending of the show. And then afterwards, it's all sad because she dies and other crap. It's just really, really sad. And so we're going to revert her back to her... That's actually kind of new that happened to this head. So we're going to revert her back to her normal self. Oh, sorry. Madoka. Okay, but I do like the ribbons, though. I do like these ribbons. They do look nice. Nice. Also included is the stand. And you could the stand plugs into her back. And via of a peg that does not peg in very well. Thank you very much, Good Schmo Company. I almost broke the stand. And the stand's posability is it twists here. Hinge joint, hinge joint, hinge joint. Plug it in any single hole that you want. And bada bing, bada boom. She can stand. She cannot stand on her own without the stand, which is kind of stupid. But if you ask me, so let me just. Oh, that's new. The joint for the pigtail got stuck in there. I think these are pigtails. Tails, I don't know. No, I'm sure somebody will correct me in the comments. It's on this hairstyle. I don't follow Japanese hairstyles really. And there we go. Take the ribbon out. Guarantee this might become one of the longest reviews I've ever done. Because of the constant back and forth changing this out and such, which I should have just done with various of things. Alright, here we go. So we plug her head back in, and let's talk about the posability. So her hair is on hinges here, and they rotate here and here. Kind of not simulating a ball joint. They also rotate here and here. Here the ribs move a little bit. Head can move up and down and side to side. And she can look left to the right. If you take the peg here and you rotate, if the peg can rotate, you can make her head pivot, arm moves out, arm moves out, rotation, move forward and out, and they can rotate here and there. So not that good on posability. There's no elbows, and there is no knees, and there is definitely no posability at the chest. This is why you have these here. These is what gives the Nendoroid a little bit of more life. Alright then, what else is there to talk about? Oops, hands keep falling off. Oh, alright then. Alright, what else is there to talk about? Size comparisons? Alright, then let's talk about size. Alright, here she is. Here she is next to another big old Japanese thing. NECA 1954 Godzilla. Pretty tall. Master Grade Gundam Barbados, an actual Japanese product that I bought along with all my other model kits, so that's cool. Oh, fun fact, by the way, Gundam Iron-Blooded Orphans and Madoka Magica were my first 2 animes that I ever seen. Thank you. And last but certainly not least, here she is next to the Transformers Studio Series Deluxe Class Club Trumper. And I know you possibly already got the review for this guy, and you're getting the review of her in the same month when I've been doing like 1 review per month. He was an anniversary special. His video came out on May 13th. That's when I posted my first video. I like to do something like that and such. And she's supposed to be the actual review of the month of May. So that's great. Get this crack out of here. Alright then, that's it. Overall, I really like this thing. This thing is really cool. Now, I'm sure a lot of you are going to be all like, if you got the Figma version, wouldn't you like that too? I actually think I would have liked the Figma version of Madoka a little bit better. But here was the thing. Her noises again? Wow. But here's the thing. She was the only one in my price range that I could have got. Sadly. So, that sucks. So, her review, what? Oh, I read the line wrong. Oh no. Alright then, let's try that again. Overall, I really like this thing. I know some of you guys are going to say, if you had issues with this thing, then why didn't you get the Figma version? That's because I couldn't find the Figma version for a good price, and the Nendoroid one was a little bit more cheaper and a little bit up my price range. Fight me. Okay then. Oh, I forgot a note here. Whilst this is not the one I actually wanted, I wanted Homura Akemi. This is an okay substitute for her. That is actually true. I wanted Homura Akemi instead of Madoka because I liked Homura Akemi's backstory in it. Anyway, I'm done rambling about Madoka right now, and I got nothing else to say. So, this is Last Chance saying, when life gets you down, drink some cherry Pepsi, keep calm, bounce on. Check me out on Wattpad and TikTok. Wattpad, I do a lot of story writing. I'm actually in the midst of coming up with a story for Madoka Magica. Just go check me out on TikTok. I post a lot of stupid stuff on there. There are like memes and other things, and that's it. See you all later with a big swash.